We sure will. Right now, let's go to NBC's Lester Holt, of course, anchor of NBC Nightly News. And Lester, with a welcome to you, long distance there from Singapore. I want to tap into your experience and that which you have covered. You were on the ground in South Korea. That was in April of last year. You were on the ground in North Korea in January of this year. So you know the environment. You've felt it yourself. Talk about the importance of what is happening and how this feels for the people there, the kind of response you got to what could potentially happen with a rapprochement, or at least a conversation that would move things forward between the two leaders.
Well, I'll tell you, watching President Trump walk off Air Force One a moment ago, I was simply struck by how swiftly and dramatically things have turned. I've made 4 trips to the Korean Peninsula over the last 14 months. The first trip, we spent time with U.S. forces near the DMZ, Air Force as well as Army, on a hair trigger, ready to fight tonight. That's their slogan. We were going to do nightly news there one night, and right before we went on the air, word that North Korea had launched another missile. We had been in the command center, got rare access, where those missile launches are monitored and they decide whether they're going to be a threat to Korea or anywhere else. That's the world we were living in until just a short time ago. November of last year, ICBM launched by North Korea. And then here we are. In January, my team and I went into North Korea, and it was really, looking back, the beginning of this charm offensive. They were beginning to make statements about participating in the Olympics. They took us to a place where their team was going to train with the South Korean team. So we knew things were beginning to happen. They wanted to show us a more modern side of North Korea. And then, of course, there were the Olympics, and everything has moved toward this moment, certainly since January. They are in the same city right now. Tonight they will be sleeping in hotels exactly a half mile apart. And Tuesday, that'll be actually 9 p.m. Eastern time Monday, they will sit face to face and talk face to face about the future of North Korea's nuclear program. It's amazing. It
is extraordinary. And Lester, specific to, I understand and I recall that you and your small team that was allowed to go with you into North Korea, you met with North Korean leaders. And I'm curious what the tenor of that conversation was like. I know there were no cameras, but talk about what you gleaned from that.
It still rings in my head. We were invited to the foreign ministry, and we sat down with a senior official, and we were told it was a meet and greet. What it really was a lecture and a message that he wanted us to take back to the U.S., which was North Korea is now a nuclear power. The U.S. and the rest of the world will have to come to grips with that. That was the message. And again, that was January. Here we are now in June, and Kim Jong-un, by all accounts, is ready to talk about denuclearization. Now, we don't know where he wants to go on that, a timeline, what that means, but the fact that title, that subject is on the agenda after what we have witnessed is, as I said, it's truly remarkable. But it's going to happen. They're here now, and it will happen.
It absolutely will. As you